Hi, my name is Jane. I am 21 this year, and today I will be sharing with you my story on what it's like being a foreigner living in Singapore alone for a portion of my life. I am from Indonesia actually, and I came when I was 3 years old because my parents wanted us to have an education in Singapore because it's so much better here than it is in Indonesia. So we've lived here for like the whole of my life. My parents, well, it's an unfortunate story for me actually. One day I was just having a good time, and the next morning they told me that they had to go back to Indonesia for whatever reason it was. I never got back to asking them about it because, oh my god, I'm getting emotional. I woke up back when I was just 13 years old actually, and I never saw it coming. I mean, what kid would have seen it coming, right? Like one day you were okay having a good time, and the next sorry. Yeah, and the next morning they told you that they had to leave. And I was too young to know, I was too young to understand what's going on. And so I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And fast forward to a year later, my sisters told me that they wanted to study overseas. And I was like, okay, so then what about me? Where do I go? What do I do? So both my sisters left to Australia to study for about 3 years. And within that 3 years, it was just me in this huge house. I was in IT at that point of time already. Being in a new environment, having no one that I can reach out to when I come home, and really just wishing that I had my parents with me. Being in such a huge place, feeling so small. I was just a kid, and I was set out to do all these things that my parents wanted me to. You are really bounded by the education system. My student pass is my pass to stay in Singapore. So can you imagine how fragile that is the moment it's stripped off from me? Comparing it with my friends, I often get very envious of how I see people just skipping school as and when they want, and I understand that that's fine because some days you just don't have the ability, or you can't pull yourself to go to school, and I understand that completely. Unfortunately for me, no matter how I'm feeling, I am constantly in that state where I can't do that. I have to pull myself back up. I can't disappoint anyone, and I can't let the privilege of being in Singapore get stripped off from me. School is like my #1 priority. I have never once skipped school in my entire life. As long as I can get myself back up and get out of bed, I will have to still go. I have this pressure that if I don't, I have to do well. Like I have to make sure that I excel in everything that I do, because my worth is tied to the results that I produce. That being said, my journey has been it has been a long, tough, exhausting journey for me, and I do miss my parents. If there's one thing that I would like to tell my parents is that I am grateful for what they're doing for me, even though I think that it's very tough that they did that. I just wish that, they would have been more present in this journey as a growing youth, as a growing teenager, figuring out a lot of things in life. I don't need my hands to be held all the way. I just wish that they could be more present in like coming for my graduations or like any awards that I've won. I think it would be very nice to see like you guys at the audience seat. But that being said, thank you for keeping up with my life, even though we're very far apart. I feel like I'm a part of this country now, and I have gradually built a home out of Singapore. Tough times don't last forever, that's for sure. And you'll make it through, just like I did.